Now let's go with the next function. So the next function that I would like to show here is a date function nested with a year function and a minimum and max functions. So I'm creating one more table here which is going to create a similar column of dates. But here you can see the start date is minimum of modified date. I'm just finding the year first and then I'm statically providing the input values of month and date. So the main reason that I wanted to show you this is you should also be knowing that it is not just a direct implementation of a function that you can use inside a calendar DAX function. It is also that you can create nested functions inside the calendar function for each of the type. So here this start date is a nested function of minimum date which is 1/7/2005. Then what I'm doing is I'm just taking the year which is 2005, and then I wanted to take the first month and first day of that year, so which is 1/1/2005. If you see this date, it is going to give me 1/1/2005 as my start date, and then minus 1 it is going to be 31/12/2004. So if you see, my date is going to have the start date from 31/12/2004, and my end date is going to be 31/12/2008, since my max year is 2008. Let me show you by scrolling down. So as you can see, this date goes beyond 12th month. So there is a simple function called today. As I told you earlier, it is going to give the current system date. Let's see how we are going to use that in our calendar function to create a date table. Now I'm creating a table called table X, which as you can see is having a start date and end date. My start date is going to be today, which is 27th of June 2020, and my end date is 27th of June 2020, comma 0, which is the same month. Let me see what the table gives me. So this is going to give me this is going to give me a table with 4 dates starting from current date to the end of the month. So this does not just restrict with using current month. You can use any value like 2, which is going to give me 2 months down the line, that is the 8th month. So this table is going to have all the dates up to 31/8/2020. So having come across this, let us see a different new function, which is a date different function, which is a bit of an intermediate level function as far as the date functions are concerned. So let me create a new calculated column here where I'm going to let me create a calculated measure here, so where I can get the difference of dates. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to subtract the minimum of date. I'm going to find the difference between the minimum date and the maximum date. In this case, the difference refers to the number of days or the month or the year which is present between the interval of dates selected. So here I'm giving the start date and end date, that is date 1 and date 2 as per the intelligence. And then there is an option called interval. This interval, as you can see, accepts these different types of variables which might vary from day to year. Let me show you first as a day. So once this measure is created, this is going to give me the number of days between 1/7/2005 and 31/7/2008. So this says that there are 1126 days between these two dates. Now Let us change this to something like a month, just for a validation. So this should ideally give us 36 months, because the number of months between the number of years between 2005 7th month and 2008 7th month is 3 years, which is going to be 36 months. Let us once again confirm this with the year interval. So this is going to give me 3 years as the number of years between these two dates. There are few other functions in Power BI for date, which are like eDate. There is a next day function, there is a next month, next hour, next year. So there are many functions. There's not a next hour function, but then there's a next date, next year, next month functions available. Let me show you a eDate function. So eDate function, as the explanation says, returns the date that is indicated by the number of months before or after the start date. So it is more like a date add function. Let me show you this as well. So I'm just going to use a minimum of modified date, which, as you know, is 1/7/2005. Now I'm saying give me the month number, give me the day which is like 2 months ahead of my minimum date, which I'm expecting here to be 1/5/2005. Let's see what this data gives. So the next day function has to give us the next day in of the day of our interest. Next month is going to give us the next month function. Next year is going to give us the next year, and the next quarter is going to give us the next quarter's value. And after looking at all this, let us see a calendar auto function. So the basically the calendar auto function, how it is different from the usual calendar function. Calendar auto function is going to derive by itself a calendar of dates, in the sense a date table containing a single column that is going to have all the dates between the minimum and the maximum date available in the model. So using a calendar date would be much easier, but then it has a downfall, wherein it is going to give us all the dates that are present in the model. In this case, it is going to give us, although our minimum date is 1/7/2005, since the other table has the data from 1/1/2005, it is going to start right from 1/1/2005 to many dates that could many days till 31/12/2008. So the downfall of using this function is, although it is easy, let's say that your model has some data that pertains to 1960, and it is going to be a year-on-year date-wise data from 1960 to 2020, and actual data of your interest is going to be just the year 2020. In such case, creating a date table using a calendar auto model is going to give you all the dates from 1960 to 2012, which is going to create a huge overhead as far as the processing is concerned. So it's always better to think on our side whether to go with a calendar auto function or a calendar function. So that's all in this part of understanding Power BI DAX functions session. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more such similar videos. Happy learning.